Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for joining in. This is 65th in the series. We're going to speak about a topic which is known as EBITDA multiple. EBITDA stands for earning before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. Basically, depreciation and amortization is nothing but a non-cash expense in the books of P&L, but that's not a hard and fast rule. So, I'm Rahul Magan, working as a corporate treasurer in EXL Services India, which is an Indian counterpart of a US national listed firm EXL Service Holding INC. At the same time, I am working as a proprietary trader in India, basically covering BSc, NSCA and NCX, and also acting as a treasury trader and business consultant for various forums across the world, predominantly in India and Singapore. You are most welcome to join my LinkedIn networking, which is 62 million. You can count at rahulmagan8@gmail.com. You're welcome to join my club, which is Foreign Exchange Thinkers, having 2,400 group members. You're welcome to see my videos on YouTube, which is 62, 34, 3100 views, and also welcome in my Facebook. You are always welcome to give me a call at 919899242978. And again, before to start, I would like to reiterate the fact that today we're going to speak about a topic which is known as EBITDA multiple, earning before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. It's a tool of business valuation basically. What is EBIT? EBIT is nothing but an operating profit in the books. What is EBITDA? Earning before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. So here we go. EBIT is nothing but operating profit of the company. EBITDA is earning before interest, tax, depreciation, amortization is earning before interest, tax plus depreciation and amortization. What do you mean by depreciation and amortization? This is nothing but a non-cash expense. Now, why we stressing so much time to make a video on EBITDA? Because generally we try and assume that depreciation, amortization, tax provision, and these things they are nothing but a non-cash expenses. They may or might not be. So non-cash expenses are of two types. One type of non-cash expenses against no charge. So no charge has been maintained any part in financials. One kind of non-cash expenses would be against a charge. In this, it should not be termed as a non-cash expense. It should be termed as a cash expense. So this is, and here we are talking about EBITDA. Why EBITDA multiple play a very critical role? Because we have three techniques in business valuation, which is free cash flow to the firm, free cash flow to equity, and free cash flow to debt. Free cash flow to the firm is nothing but free cash flow to equity plus free cash flow to debt. Simplistically speaking, free cash flow to debt is nothing but free cash flow to firm minus free cash flow to equity. Now in both the senses, in free cash flow to the firm, the one indicator which you're going to use, this is nothing but EBIT. EBIT 1 minus tax. Tax, I would refer EBIT 1 minus ETR. ETR stands for effective tax rate of the company, effective tax rate. Here you are going to use something which is known as net income. Net income is nothing but profit after tax. If you are maintaining any non-cash expenses, example, the type of non-cash expenses which company is taking, you have depreciation, you have amortization, you would have tax provisions and respective others. If you are maintaining these as a non-cash expense, then this fundamentals hold true. If you are maintaining as a charge, so you are creating a charge, then out of this you would have earning before interest, tax, depreciation, amortization, or any other non-cash expense into 1 minus ETR. ETR stands for effective tax rate. The formula of the ETR would be your tax liability divided by profit before tax. This is ETR. Tax liability divided by profit before tax. And here we need to adjust your net income plus minus non-cash. EBITDA multiple is one of the best and one of the most frequent used multiple in relative valuation. So EBITDA multiple doesn't mean that you are going to always use in, or you're always going to use in discounted cash flow. You can use this in discounted cash flow. You can use this in relative valuation. You can use this anywhere as well. So you need to be very, before using EBITDA multiple, you need to be very careful and you need to review the financials that basically all the non-cash expenses, whether there is a charge against any non-cash expenses or not. And if there is a charge against any kind of non-cash expenses, then you need to adjust this charge accordingly. That is all about EBITDA multiple. And before winding off, I again would like to stress that EBITDA multiple can be used in discounted cash flow. They can use in relative valuation. They can also be used in contingent valuation. So EBITDA multiple can be used anywhere. And before using EBITDA multiple, you need to assure yourself that all the non-cash expenses, whether they are charged or not. That's all about our little introduction of an EBITDA multiple. You're most welcome to give me a call at 9899242978. Thank you.